cornerback spot, and he'll be joined, he's number 10, he'll be joined by Jody Bohanon, number 29. Adam Carver is now the safety, number 83. They've taken Mike Sheehan out, and he will only do sole running back purpose tonight for Mike Sheehan. And now as far as you will see the Needles offense first, the tight end is Jeremiah McCorkle. The tackle, he's number 35. The tackle is number 65, John Lusk. Number 69, Israel Hancock. The guards, number 66, John Lavis. And number 85, Mark Goldman. The center, Jim Mills. Number 55, Derek Rowan, the quarterback. He'll run the wishbone, number 16. Wide receiver, number 88, Wade Evans. And in that wishbone formation, the fullback, number 42, Jody Wasserman. And the running backs, number 82, Corey Anderson. Number 22, Paul Clark. So Charlie Stewart, he will put the ball on the tee, and he will get ready to boot it away as we're set to kick off homecoming night here at Bruce Eaton Field. We're glad you're with us here on Boulder City TV. Rob Lee with you. Howard Nutter on the camera. We are ready to go. Charlie Stewart trying to get the okay from the official. And the boot is away. It's going to land over on the far side. Gets away from the returner, which is number 22, Clark. And he is right back by the goal line. And they tackle him just outside the goal line. What pursuit on the defensive side. Looked like Anderson was down there, number 25. And so Needles is going to start with their backs against the wall. And I don't think the tail of the football can get any closer. Once again, Rowan, the quarterback, number 16, Wasserman, 42, Anderson, 82, and Clark, 22, in the wishbone attack. First down and 10 from right near the goal line for the Needles Mustang. Rowan looks over the defense, a 5-2 set for the Eagles. And he's going to give the ball over to the left side, and it's going to go to Corey Anderson, number 82. And he barely got to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be second down. And real quickly, the Boulder City defense trying to make their presence felt. No gain for Anderson, second down and 10 from just outside the goal line. Wishbone set again. Tight end over on the left side. Now they bring the wide receiver in right. They send the fullback in motion. Going over to the right side and a pitch. This is Clark. Clark gets out across the 5 to the 8-yard line. Adam Carver, number 83. Charlie Stewart, number 10 there for the tackle. And Bohanon came up to help out as well. So it gets up to the 8. Take that back. He only got up to the 3-yard line. It was 5 yards off there. No big deal. Needles probably wishes they were up there, but 2 yards on the gain. It'll bring up third down now and 8 for the Mustangs. That time Darren Holmes almost got in, and it's going to be a quick kick, and it goes across midfield, and they're going to end up with a good kick out of it. Down at the 47-yard line it goes, and Boulder City will take over. So a whale of a kick there. 47, 50 yards on the kick. And Boulder City will have the ball for the first time at their own 47-yard line. Not too bad a shape to start out with. And they will start with the tight end of Terry Sylvany, number 89. Mark Pippen will be in there also. The tackles will be Clint Ogden, 71. Clint Davis, number 70. The guards, Chad Schoop, the All-Stater, number 79. Tim Macke, number 66. Randy Blandford, number 50, is the center. Duane Broadhead, the quarterback. We'll get to the rest here in a moment. Broadhead over center. Splits his back out of the wing T formation. This time they split receivers and fires to the right side and caught by Jody Bohanon down to the 40-yard line. Now he breaks 3 to the 20 to the 10, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Jody Bohanon just would not go down, and he goes in for the score. 53 yards from Duane Broadhead, and the Eagles are on the board. Now, yesterday in practice, they were going over the first few plays that they were going to run, and that was it. A little pass out to the right side, and Bohanon said, "Coach, let's run the play as long as I get it." Well, he got it, and he broke it for a 53-yard touchdown, and Boulder City is on top 6-0, and Charlie Stewart will try to make it 7 out of the hold of Adam Carver. Snap back, perfect shape, place down, kick is away, and it is good. 9 minutes, 41 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and Boulder City leads Needles. It's the Eagles 7 and the Mustangs nothing. Boulder City strikes first with a 53-yard touchdown pass on their first play from scrimmage from Duane Broadhead to Jody Bohanon. And it's 7-0 after Charlie Stewart added the point, and he is ready to kick off again. Back deep, Corey Anderson, number 82, and Clark, number 22. Gets the officials' approval, and away they go. And here's the kick. This time it's a short one, and it's going to go out of bounds on a fly at about the 21-yard line, so he will probably kick it over. Both Clark and Anderson coming out of the wishbone formation look like they're very quick runners, and if they can get into the open field, they have a chance for some long yardage. That time Stewart coming off the tee squibbed it a little bit. We didn't even get a chance to get down the rest of the Boulder City offense or any of the Needles defense. So, of course, when Boulder City has the ball next, they'll do it again. Needles has decided to take the ball on the 35-yard line, which is the rule. If the ball's inside the 35, when it is kicked out of bounds on a kickoff, they can take the ball at the 35. That's what they've chosen to do. Wishbone set, wide receiver comes out to the right side. That's number 88, Evans. Tight end is number 35, Jeremiah McCorkle, a 5'11", 150-pound junior. He's over on the left side of the line. Eagles show a little bit of blitz. Tim Macke, the middle linebacker, and here he comes. And it's going to be a pitch out to the right side. It's Clark. Clark with a little bit of room, and then he's wrapped up by Adam Carver on a nice play after about a 5-yard gain up to about the 40-yard line. So it's going to be second down and 5 from the 40. That time the Eagles showed a little bit of blitz. Now what Needles needs to do, usually when you have a wishbone formation, might as well call it a triple option, and that time he decided to go with the pitch to the right side. He's just not using the options more than anything else. This time the Eagles stay back in their linebacker spots. And it's going to be pitched to the left this time. It's going to be Corey Anderson. Anderson up close to a first down, and he may have it across the 45-yard line. And he has it up at the 46, a first down. DeAndre Matlock and Adam Carver there, number 21 and 83, to make the stop. So it's going to be a first down to the 46. A nice run that time by Corey Anderson as he got around the right side. Make that the left side. Quickly out of the huddle, maybe trying to catch the Boulder City defense napping a little bit. Schoop and Bales are the defensive ends, and they go right up the middle to the fullback, number 42, and that's Jody Wasserman, a 5'11", 215-pound senior, and he goes up for about a 2-yard gain, up to the 48. Second down, 8. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to go. First quarter, Boulder City up 7-0. A 53-yard touchdown pass from Duane Broadhead to Jody Bohanon on their first play from scrimmage. This time they bring the wide receiver in for a double tight end set. Left side's McCorkle, right side is Evans. Out to the right, and they're going to pitch it to Clark. Clark being pursued, and down he goes in the hands of Troy Sullivan, right at midfield for 2 more yards. So for Clark, he now has 9 yards on 3 carries. 7.5 to go, first quarter. 7-0 Boulder City. Right now it's third down and 5 for Needles at midfield. Bowen, the quarterback, looks over the defense and his offensive line. They're going to go with the run again. This time Clark. Clark breaks a tackle and gets up close to the first down. Charlie Stewart and DeAndre Matlock were there to finally wrap him up. He is going to be a little less than a yard short of the first down, as he only got down to just outside the 45, and he needs to get inside the 45 of Boulder City for the first down. Nice run though by Clark. They're going to go for it here on 4th down and a short one. Double tight end set out of the wishbone. Here it is, and a 1st down for Needles. Looks like Corey Anderson, number 82. Troy Sullivan makes the tackle. Sullivan that time had to come from his linebacker spot, so that means Needles is doing a very good job up on the offensive line. They're down now to the Boulder City 43-yard line. 8 yards and 3 carries for Corey Anderson. Derek Rowan now looks over the offensive line and the defense again. Double tight end set. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they're going to go, I believe, again, Corey Anderson, number 82. Tripped up just across the line of scrimmage by Matlock. And he's down at the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 6. Or make that 2nd and about 6 as he got 4. A little less than 4 on that one. Call it a pickup of 3. Make it 2nd down and 7. The center, number 55, Jim Mills, a 5'7", 155-pound senior, already up over the ball. Still the double tight end set. They're running right by the Eagles so far. This time a pass, and on his way to get him, and I believe that is number 66, Tim Macke, and that was that blitz that they ran a little while ago. And Needles had run it to the outside. This time they guessed right on the nose, and all the way back to the 49-yard line of Boulder City. So they go all the way back to the 49. It's a loss of 9. And it is now going to be 3rd down and a long way. 3rd and about 15. Wide receiver Evans this time out to the right side. Have a wing now, Anderson on the right. They run out of the I formation for the first time tonight. And a pass coming up. Here come the Eagles. They go to a screen over to the left side, and that's McCorkle. And he is nailed back inside his own 45-yard line. Matlock, number 21, was there, as was Schoop, 79. The right side of the Boulder City defensive line, and another loss as they were trying to set up a screen. And it goes all the way back to their 44. 4th down and 22. So they lose about 7 that time.
22 for the Mustangs.
And looks like they're going to punt it away. Pippen and Bohanon are back to receive the punt of Corey Anderson, and he nails it, and it's taken by Bohanon back at the 20, to the 30, 35, 40, 45-yard line, and that's where he's dropped right there. Nice return, 25 yards return.
29, Jody Bohanon.
After a 31-yard kick.
Kick return.
And Boulder City will start once again in good field position at their own 44-yard line. So that time Needles rolled right down the field there for a while. Picked up a couple 1st downs along their way, and that was it. Now Boulder City gets a chance again. 3:51 to go here in the 1st quarter. Wing out to the right side, that's Darren Holmes. They split the backs, which are Sheehan and Sullivan. Broadfield, the quarterback, and he's going to give it to Sullivan up the middle, and he tries to get an extra yard. Good leg tackle there in the middle, and that was by number 55, Jim Mills, playing the nose guard spot.
At the south end of the high school gym is a brown Chevy pickup, license plate 988.
So they credit him with about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and about 8.
License plate 988.
Jason Erne in the ball game as the wide receiver. He splits out to the right side.
End of the field.
Split the backs again, the wing over on the right side. Sylvany's the tight end. He lines up to the left. They give it to Holmes coming around from his wingback spot, and he is wrapped up in a hurry. Nice play down there. Looked like Scott Phillips, number 40. Made a good play coming from his cornerback spot. And he only got another yard on the play. So the defense coming alive here for Needles. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7 for Boulder City. 2.5 minutes to go, and the clock running here in the 1st quarter. Broadfield, the quarterback, this time sends Carver, the wide receiver, out to the left. Out to the right goes Holmes. It's going to be a pitch to Sheehan. Watch him turn on the speed if he can get around the corner, and he does. Gets around, and he has a first down or close to it, right by the markers. He went out of bounds at about the Needles' 45-yard line. Looked like Mills was there, number 55. And it is very, very close to the first down. It's going to be about a foot short. And Boulder City, I would imagine, will go for it. The defense for Needles, by the way, the ends are number 42, Jody Wasserman, number 82, Corey Anderson. The tackles, 69, Israel Hancock, number 70, Efren Moran, I should say, Jim Mills, the nose guard, number 55. We'll get the rest here in a moment. Line up in a tight formation, right hash mark. At about the 46-yard line of Needles. Right up the middle goes Sullivan. He's down to the 45. Breaks loose around the end of to the left side of the 40, the 38-yard line. Rowan, who does double duty, he makes the tackle along with number 42, Jody Wasserman. And it's a first down, Boulder City. So he gets all the way from the 46 down to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 13. So a nice inside handoff that time. Get some 13 yards and their first down of the ball game. Wide receiver out to the left side this time. That's Adam Carver. They split the backs. Holmes split out to the right side and a straight drop by Broadfield. Broadfield looks. He's going to go long. Wide open's Carver, and he throws it behind him. Carver got by Rowan, the defender, and was wide open going down the left side. And Broadfield underthrew it and threw it behind him a little bit. So it's going to be second down and 10. Big break this time. It's gonna, the wide out as they alternate the wide receivers is Erne. He goes out to the left side. They have the wing to the left, tight end to the right, and it's going to be Sheehan. And Sheehan wrapped up very nicely by Mills just near the line of scrimmage, and he may have gotten no gain. In fact, Mills got through the line of scrimmage in good shape. Stopped him at the 33-yard line, so no gain on that one, and it's now going to be third down. Third down and about 10. Obviously, they've been watching their films on Mike Sheehan. Sheehan, he broke a couple long ones last time the Eagles were on BCTV a couple of weeks ago against Laughlin. Tight formation over on the left hash mark. They split the backs. In fact, they send Carver now, another wide receiver out to the right. Holmes out to the left. Straight drop by Broadfield. He's going to throw over to the right and into double coverage. And Carver is really licked, and it's incomplete. Good coverage over there by Corey Anderson, number 82, and also number 88, Wade Evans. And it's going to be fourth down. So Boulder City could not get... It's going to be fourth down and 10 now, and Boulder City could not move at that time. Let's see what they're going to do. They're at the 33-yard line. Looks like they will go. Blandford, the center, comes up over the ball. Jason Erne out to the left side. Broadfield's going to send Holmes again out to the right. I formation. And now Sheehan splits into the split backs. Broadfield calls the signal. Straight back to pass again. And he's going to throw, and the pass almost intercepted. It's definitely incomplete. It was intended down there for the tight end, which was Terry Sylvany, and incomplete. So Boulder City will turn it over on downs. They cannot move it. They go 4 straight plays from the 33, cannot move it. And Needles will have the ball. So the offense not quite in sync right now. Needles has the edge in first downs right now, 2-1. Come up with a tight formation again, double tight end off the wishbone. And they're going to give it to Anderson. Anderson comes up across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Corey Anderson, number 82, and Troy Sullivan made the stop, and by the sound of the gun, that means it's the end of the first quarter. We are through 12 minutes here at Bruce Eaton Field on the campus of Boulder City High School. That's Boulder City 7 and Needles nothing.
At this time, we'd like to introduce the junior varsity and varsity cheerleaders and also recognize their parents. First, for the junior varsity, Captain Carol Penuelas, and with her parents Pat and John Penuelas, please stand.
Get ready to start here in the second quarter. We bring you back to Bruce Eaton Field on the campus of Boulder City High School. Boulder City, the only touchdown and only scoring of the first quarter, a 53-yard touchdown pass on their very first play from scrimmage. It was a 53-yarder from quarterback Duane Broadfield to Jody Bohanon. Bohanon did a lot of the work, the pass about 10 yards downfield, and then Bohanon broke several tackles and got it into the end zone for the score. Needles playing ball control offense with their wishbone, and they're even playing without their leading runner, their leading rusher, I should say. He's over on the sidelines. Where's number 33, Al Hernandez? He's out and out for the season with a broken collarbone. Run the double tight end set out of the wishbone, over on the right side, hash mark this time, and Rowan with the deep handoff to Corey Anderson, and he gets across the 40. A shade across the 40. It looked like number 25, Greg Anderson, and also Tim Macke, number 66, were there. So it's going to be at the 40. Call it a 4-yard pickup for Corey Anderson, and it's going to be now third and a short two, actually. Let's see what they do over on the hash mark. And being on the hash mark, that's even better for Needles because they run the tight formation, run the wishbone. Rowan, the quarterback. He's going to give it to Clark. Clark's going to be dragged down in the backfield for a loss. Looked like it was Schoop, number 79. And he is tackled for a loss back to the inside the 40-yard line at the 38. So he's going to lose about 2. Credit Chad Schoop with a great play from his defensive end position for that loss. And it's going to be 4th down, and looks like Corey Anderson's going to boot it away. Sheehan, number 33, and Bohanon, number 29, back to receive it. Gets the snap back in good shape. Boulder City trying to block it. Holmes almost got it. Kick takes a bounce, and now the Eagles are going to let it roll. It's going to be down at about the 37-yard line of Boulder City. So that's where the Eagles will start. 25-yard punt for Needles and Corey Anderson, and Boulder City will have it. 1st down and 10. Boulder City, this will be the 3rd time they've had the ball, and they scored their very first play. Then the 2nd time they had the ball, tried to go to the air a little bit, and in fact, out of 1st down on their own 33-yard line. And actually down at the Needles 33-yard line, and can do much with it. 4 straight plays, and they had to turn the ball over. They have it at their own 37 right now with a 1st down and 10. Wide receiver out to the right side. They split the back, swing on the left side. The Eagle wing, or the wing offense, wing T offense, and Broadfield in trouble. They're going to try a screen over to the left side, and it's incomplete, intended for Greg Anderson, who's in at the wing back spot. And it was incomplete. Broadfield now 1 out of 4 on the night for that 53 yards, a touchdown to Bohanon. Al Hernandez, I was talking about for Needles, their leading rusher, is also their leading tackler on defense, and he's out for the season with a broken collarbone. So big loss for Coach Pete Blake. Here's a pitch to the right side to Sheehan. Sheehan trying to get to the outside, and he does. Has a couple tackles to break. Gets to midfield to the 40 of Needles, and out of bounds he goes to the 37. And that is Mike Sheehan. He just gets some explosion, goes around, as he goes around the right side, breaks a couple tackles, and picks up 25 yards. Not too bad. Sheehan had 2 touchdown runs of over 50 yards each against Laughlin a couple weeks ago, as you saw here on BC TV. Bohanon now in at the wide receiver spot. He goes out to the left. They set the wing up on the left as well. That's Anderson. Out of the eye with Sheehan. Sheehan from the tailback spot, and he goes down to about the 30-yard line. So you'll get about 8 yards on that one. Corey Anderson, number 82, with the stop. So Sheehan racking up the yards again, 43 yards and 3 carries right now for the junior. And now Needles has called timeout. Coach Pete Blake coming out to have a word with his defense. Head coach Jim Kilmartin out to talk to the Boulder City Eagle offense. Practice yesterday, they were going at it through the air. So we're going through their final walkthrough, throwing some passes, and I asked Coach Kilmartin if they were going to open it up a little bit, and he says, well, yeah, you never know. So, in fact, 12 out of his first 15 plays that he had mapped out for this game were actually pass plays. Broadfield, of course, has run the show mostly on the ground this year, and he's just a sophomore. 5'10", 155 pounds, so he's going to be back and pick up a lot of experience, no doubt about it. Now, Sheehan, also asked Coach Kilmartin about Sheehan in a comparison with Danny Cox, the All-State running back last year. And he says Sheehan has an advantage because Sheehan played when he was a sophomore, and now he's getting a lot of time playing as a junior, and that's going to help him out when his senior year comes around. And he thinks, Kilmartin thinks that Sheehan's even more explosive than Danny Cox. All right, Boulder City breaks the huddle after the timeout. 9:20 to go here in the first half, and the Eagles on top 7-0. Greg Anderson in at the wing. He goes to the right side. Jason, or is that Erne? Yes, it is. Jason Erne, the receiver, out to the right. The backs are split. They give it to Holmes off the weak side. Holmes goes around to the left, and he is caught for a loss back at about the 33-yard line. Looked like Jim Mills was there along with Corey Anderson. Mills 55, Anderson number 82. And they're going to mark it just outside the 31-yard line. We'll call it a loss of 1 on the play for Darren Holmes. And it's going to be 3rd down and a long 3 for the Eagles. Wing formation to the right side. Bohanon, the wide receiver, out to the left. Straight back goes Broadfield. He's going to throw to Bohanon. He's wide open over on the left side. Finally run out of bounds by Rowan. Down at about the 21-yard line of Needles, and a first down. 10-yard pickup on that on a pass from Broadfield to Jody Bohanon. And they were wide open. This time as they come out, they break the huddle quickly, go out in the I formation. Now Sheehan splits the backs. Erne, the wide receiver, out to the right. Tight end on the left, Wing Anderson on the right side. They go right up the middle with Troy Sullivan. Sullivan's going to be pulled down by inside the 20, almost to the 15-yard line. John Levis, number 66, made the stop. Looks like they'll mark it probably forward progress right at the 15-yard line, so he'll get 6. Sullivan that time had some blocking in front of him. He hadn't had that before. Chris Blandford, number 50, is the center. He comes up over the ball. I should say Randy Blandford. That's Chris's brother, 5'11", 185 pounds, and a senior. Chris was a senior last year. This time they put Holmes in motion. He's going to get it on inside handoff. Straight up the middle inside the 10 to the 7-yard line before Corey Anderson dragged him down. That time he had a wide open hole. A good job by the offensive line of Boulder City to get him inside the 10, and they're going to mark it at the 9. So pick up 6 yards, and that was a first down for Boulder City. Approaching the 7.5-minute mark of the first half, on top 7-0, but threatening right here. Split back, slot to the left was Holmes. They go with a handoff up the middle with Troy Sullivan, and he is stopped right in the middle of the line. Looks like again, number 66 there, John Levis, and Corey Anderson, number 82. They're going to give him 3 yards on that one. And he's now down at the 6. 2nd and goal, 6:55 to go, first half. The Eagles on top 7-0. Jason Erne, the wide receiver, out to the right side. They're going to put Holmes now in a slot. Tight end to the left. They split the backs behind Broadfield. Broadfield gets the snap. Going to give it to Sullivan. Sullivan wheels off one of the tacklers which was Mills, and gets inside the 5. Corey Anderson made the final stop on him again. Corey has just been all over the place. And he gets down to about the 3-yard line, so another pickup of 3 for Sullivan. 13 yards and 5 carries unofficially for Troy now. Have not had a penalty in this game except for the one, the kickoff that went out of bounds, but that one was refused. Now we have a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout called, and it may be called by Boulder City. 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the first half from Bruce Eaton Field. It's homecoming night here at Boulder City High School. Junior varsity team, they shut out the Needles JV by a score of 28-0, and so the varsity team trying to do their part as well. Boulder City did make a couple personnel changes this week due to injuries more than anything else. Now, Mark Ford, he wears number 42. Fantastic linebacker and does a good job running the ball. He is out. He has a broken hand suffered against Tonopah last week. It's in a cast right now, and they're going to examine it again, take the cast off beginning of the week, take a look at it, and hopefully he'll be ready to go next week, and they'll put a soft cast on it for that. Now, Boulder City coming up, they will play at Pahrump next Friday night. And Pahrump has a pretty good team coming into this season. And in fact, they've been a little surprising, but they've played good, solid football. Also, Todd Gubler, it was announced that he will not play football again for Boulder City with that neck injury. He is down on the sidelines wearing his number 88 jersey. All right. Third down goal from about the 2-yard line. They're going to give it to Holmes. Holmes across the goal line, or is he? Waiting for an official signal. Looks like they stopped him short. They sure enough did. He only gets down to the 1, so 2 more for the running back. It's going to be 4th down and goal at the 1. 5:42 to go here in the first half. Boulder City will come out. They come out of the huddle. They send their wide receiver out to the right side. That's Erne. Holmes on the wing to the right, tight end to the left. They split the back, Sheehan and Holmes. Holmes gets it, tries to go off Sheehan's block, and I don't believe he got it. He did not get it. Needles holds with a beautiful goal line stand. And the Mustangs will take over, not in the best of field positions, but they hold one of the highest scoring offenses in the state out of the end zone. So with 5:22 to go in the first half, Needles gets the ball back. They only trail 7-0 and plenty of time to get something going before halftime. They're on the 1-yard line, Rowan the quarterback. They have the wishbone set, the wide receiver out to the left. And they just go right up the middle. Behind their center, Mills, who ended up going against DeAndre Matlock. That was the quarterback. Right up the middle with this sneak. And he gets it to the 2, 2nd down. Back up to the line again. Going to go on the inside handoff this time. Looks like it was the fullback, and it was number 42, Jody Wasserman. Wasserman gets a little breathing room up to the 5-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and about 6.
3rd and 5, the 5-yard line.
4:15 to go, first half. The Eagles on top 7-0. Needles trying to get something going. Wishbone formation, tight set, tight ends on both sides. And they're going to go on the inside, and good job there that time by the Eagle defensive line. Number 74, Rossner, was there. And looked like getting up from the bottom of the pile was Holmes, number 44. And it's going to be 4th down. A time they just went with Clark, number 22. And there wasn't much there for him, so Corey Anderson's going to kick it away. In fact, they call it no gain. Clark's had a rough night so far. Now Anderson, who's had a 25-yarder the first time. Here's a high snap. Gets it up, and he kicks it over to the left side. It's going to take a bounce, and then it'll go out of bounds, and Boulder City will end up in great field position down at about the 31-yard line of Needles. So only a 26-yard punt that time for Corey Anderson, and Boulder City takes over, first down 10. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go here in the first half. The Eagles on top 7-0. Homecoming night at Bruce Eaton Field. A couple of those other changes. We told you Ford and Gubler are out. Charlie Stewart is now playing cornerback. Adam Carver has been moved back to safety, and they moved Mike Sheehan out of the defensive alignment altogether and just put him at running back. That's where he is right now, along with Troy Sullivan. Receiver to the left and right, Holmes to the left, and now they're going to go to the right side. And the pass is caught out there, and I believe it's Adam Carver, number 83, and he is brought down. Evans, number 88, and Jeremiah McCorkle, number 35, bring him down at about the 22-yard line. So it's going to be 1 yard short of the first down. So credit a 9-yard pass that time from Broadhead to Adam Carver. Quickly up to the line they come. This time Sheehan comes out over on the right. They go with a single setback, and that's Holmes or Sullivan. Sullivan breaks it to the right side, to the 10, to the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. 22 yards by Troy Sullivan. They came out in the single setback, and he went right through the line. Another good job by the right side of the offensive line, and Sullivan goes in for the score. 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the first half. Charlie Stewart's going to try and tack on the point. Out of the hold of Adam Carver. Snap back in perfect shape by Tim Macke, and the kick is away, and it is good. 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go here in the first half on homecoming night. And Boulder City's offense has scored again. It is the Eagles 14 and Needles nothing. Back we are at Bruce Eaton Field. Boulder City leads Needles 14-0 here on the Eagles homecoming night. They've just scored on a 22-yard run by fullback Troy Sullivan. Charlie Stewart added the point, and we are at 14-0. And Charlie Stewart ready to kick it off. Looks like Clark and Anderson back deep for Needles, number 22 and 82. And there's the kick, and it's going to go to Clark. He's going to take it at about the 7. Going to go around the right side, try to find the wedge. He's to the 10, to the 15, has the wedge to the 20, and he's finally knocked out of bounds up at about the 23-yard line. Looked like Sullivan, number 40, Sheehan, number 33 down there on the stop. And there's Adam, and Adam Carver got up off the pile as well. 2:05 to go, first half. Eagles on top, 14-0. After the kickoff, following the Boulder City touchdown, the ball rests at about the 23-yard line of Needles. They have it first down 10 out of the wishbone. Tight set, double tight ends. Boulder City and their 5-2 defense. They've been blitzing on that, and they do it again. But Macke gets picked up this time, but still a good job recovering. Over on the right side of the defensive line, Chad Schoop from his defensive end spot made the stop on Corey Anderson. Gets 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and 8 from the 25. Boulder City is going to call time. Defensive coach Chuck Younglove is going to come out and have a word with his defense. He may have picked something up there because that time looked like they had a blitz set up. Macke was coming through the line, and he got picked up very well by the right side of the offensive line of the Needles Mustangs. Boulder City still, they will play, as I said, at Pahrump next week. Then they will be at White Pine on the 23rd. They'll come back home on the 29th, which is a Thursday night. They will be at home against Boulder City. Now, the reason it's a Thursday is because it's the day before Nevada Day, the official Nevada Day holiday. So they are playing on Thursday, October 29th, to close out the regular season right here at Eaton Field against Moapa Valley. And BCTV will be here. That will be our next telecast of Boulder City football. All right, so the coaches have had their words, and we will have our final minute 49 here momentarily. I also want to say thanks for the bright lights to Don here at Boulder City High. In fact, he said he looked at the film on TV and saw that there were some light bulbs out, so he got them all fixed. So we got some bright lights now here at Bruce Eaton Field. Thanks to Don on that. This time they set up with a wing over on the right side, and they throw that way. That was Anderson. They weren't expecting that. He gets loose all the way up to the 47-yard line. He goes. Sullivan finally runs him down. They came that time with just dual setbacks. So a 22-yard pass play to their own 47-yard line to Corey Anderson from Derek Rowan. First downs are now even at 4. We go back to the wishbone and the double tight end set. Eagles hold back, no blitz this time, as here's a pass by Rowan, and it's almost intercepted back there. No Needles players in the vicinity. Jim Jenson was there for Boulder City, number 30. It's going to be second down and 10 from their own 47. And there's a penalty marker on the play. And it's pass interference against Boulder City. Oh my. Pass interference penalty against the Eagles. So that is a penalty that will be a 15-yarder, and will move it all the way up to the 40-yard line of Boulder City. So Needles will have a shot here and trying to push something in. They better hurry. They have a minute 17 to do it. Once again, they go with that slot formation to the right side and a wide receiver, and Rowan's going to pass. Fires. This time it's tipped by Sullivan, as he got up on Corey Anderson that time. He wasn't going to let the same thing happen as did just a few moments ago. So the pass falls incomplete out of bounds, and it's going to be third down 10. Needles so far 0 for 3 on third down conversions. Set up once again with that wing to the right, so they're going to have two receivers out in the pattern. Evans out there as a receiver. Here comes Rossner, and they just throw it up for grabs, and it's caught! Beautiful catch by Corey Anderson down at the 5-yard line. He was in double coverage. Carver and Bohanon both back there for the Eagles, and Anderson comes down with it. Beautiful play by Corey Anderson. Down all the way to the 7-yard line. Pick up a 33 on the play, and Corey Anderson is doing it all for the Needles Mustangs. 7-yard line, first down and goal. Rowan looks over the defense. Same formation, this time they set it up to the left with Clark and Anderson in the slot. Fullback, the lone setback, double tight end. They fire to the right side, complete down to the 2. Rowan to the fullback, Wasserman. So Wasserman, his first reception. And Needles is going to take time out as we are under a minute to go in the first half, 52 seconds to be exact. And they are knocking on the door to try and cut the Boulder City lead in half. So all of a sudden, the Mustangs have come out of their wishbone formation, in which they had a little success with at the beginning of the game, even though they never did get into the end zone. And now they've come out and running a pass formation where they still have a double tight end, but they are running 2 of their wide receivers. one in the slot and the other one as the wideout to one side or the other. Rowan now 4 out of 6 in the game for 53 yards. 55, and then they had a fifth, or I should say Corey Anderson has caught 2 passes for 55 yards. They had 1 pass play that went for a loss. As far as on the rushing side, $37 yards for Needles. All right, 52 seconds to go here in the first half. Boulder City on top, 14-0. Needles is down at the 2-yard line. He's going to throw it again. No, they go with the handoff, and he's in for the touchdown. Corey Anderson, Mr. Do-It-All tonight, as it looked like Rowan was going to run a sprint out to the right. Instead goes with the inside handoff, and 82 Corey Anderson in for the 2-yard touchdown. And it looks like the Needles Mustangs will go for 2. Down by 8 right now, 47 seconds to go. Going to come with the white out over the left side, which is McCorkle, number 35. Going to run with the lone setback. Clark also out to the left, and Anderson was in a wing, or in a slot, and now penalty flag down over on the far side. It's going to be offsides against Boulder City, so that's going to move it half the distance to the goal and give Needles even that much more of a chance. Now they come up. McCorkle will line up over on the left side as the tight end, and they're going to do it out of the wishbone this time. Wasserman, Clark, and Anderson. And it's going to be a roll to the right. Anderson has it. Anderson is in for the 2. So Corey Anderson scores on the 2-point conversion. And with 47 seconds to go in the first half, it is now Boulder City 14 and Needles 8. All right, Needles set to kick off with 47 seconds to go. And it will be a long-sider over here to the right side and grabbed nicely by a Boulder City player who was then just hammered by, guess who, Corey Anderson. Shelton, though, with a nice grab. And even Anderson came up adjusting his helmet on that one. But a nice grab by Shelton, number 77. Brian is 6'1", 185, and a senior. So Boulder City will have 37 seconds to try something here. Bohanon out to the right side. Out to the left is 44 Holmes. They split the back. Sheehan and Sullivan. Back to pass is Broadfield. He goes over to the right side. Bohanon wide open. He gets it and goes out of bounds at the 43. And that is going to be good enough for a first down. Let's see where they mark it. By the where they mark it, that ought to be a first down, and it is. Call it an 11-yard pickup on the pass from Broadfield to Jody Bohanon, who's having a good night on the receiving end. Split the backs again, and they also split wide receivers out each way. 21 seconds to go. Clock stopped when the receiver went out of bounds. They go that way again, and it is caught. And out of bounds goes Adam Carver down at the 33. Looks like Boulder City wants to roll down the field. They get to the 33 with 17 seconds to go. Broadfield has found the mark now. 4 out of 7 for 93 yards unofficially here in the first half. Bohanon out to the right this time. Holmes goes out to the left. Sheehan and Sullivan split behind the quarterback Broadfield. Sylvany, the tight end, on the left. Straight back goes Broadfield again. And he's going to go for it all. Can Bohanon get under it? No, he can't. Pass a little long down at about the 10-yard line. And there's plenty of Needles coverage down there as well. And I wonder just how open Darren Holmes was over on the left-hand side. Clock stops again, 11 seconds to go. Carver back into the game, comes out to the right side. In a slot now is Sheehan. The lone setback is Sullivan. And they ran this play for the touchdown, and he's got the ball again, and he's got some open field. Twirls back in to the 15-yard line, and now down he goes, 1 second. And they stop the clock, 1 second to go. Boulder City's going to have to take a timeout. So another good run. That, as I said, that was the play they ran for the touchdown. They almost ran it for another one. 18 yards on the pickup that time for Troy Sullivan. 7 first downs to 5 here in the first half. Boulder City with the majority, and they're going to try a field goal. Charlie Stewart will line it up. It will be a 32-yard attempt out of the hold of Adam Carver. Tim Macke, the snapper. And it's back in good shape. The sidewinder puts it up. It is on the way, and it is good! And that ends the first half. A 32-yard field goal by Charlie Stewart, and we are at halftime on homecoming night here at Bruce Eaton Field on the campus of Boulder City High School, and the good guys are on top. It's the Boulder City Eagles 17 and the Needles Mustangs 8. And now what we're going to do, we are going to show you the homecoming halftime performance by the Boulder City Band. You'll see the Queen and the Court, the whole works. And for that, we are going to turn it over to the PA announcer here at Bruce Eaton Field.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our homecoming ceremonies and the entertainment for 1992. This is Paul Adams, your announcer, with Mrs. Michelle Guthrie, Hall Flag, and Mr. Pete Cameron, band director and show coordinator. For the beginning of your entertainment, the band will be performing 3 selections. El Tigre, a Spanish number, from the rock group Asia, Only Time Will Tell, and finally, featuring the percussion section, the theme from the television program Dinosaurs. And now our majorettes, Andrea Clark and Channel Ward, our color guard and band. And under the leadership of drum major James Pastor and Suzanne Ely. Let's welcome Boulder City Screaming Eagles!
Darren Holmes. Darren is also a member of the varsity football team wearing number 44. He wrestles at 152 pounds for Boulder City and has won 2 consecutive state championships, hoping to defend his title again this year. After graduating, he plans to attend college. The senior class nominee for homecoming queen is senior Jill Erne. Jill plays soccer and runs track for the Lady Eagles. She's a member of Interact, Science Club, and the John Hanson Fan Club, the Bible Club, and the National Honor Society. After graduating, she plans to attend Wheaton College in Chicago, Illinois. Jill is being escorted by her father, Bill Erne, and the senior class nominee for homecoming king, Chad Shoop. defender for the Eagles varsity football team. He also plays basketball and baseball for Boulder City. He plans to attend college after graduation. We would like to give a big thanks to S.J. Christensen Jewelers and Jewelers of America for providing the tiara for the Queen this evening. And now, what you've all been waiting for, the 1992 homecoming queen is Tiffany Shea. And your homecoming king for 1992 is Tad Schoop. For 1992. And King Jenson Henslow crowned Tad Schoop the 1992 homecoming king. Let's give him a big hand.
And we are about ready to go here in the second half. We'll get to some halftime stats here in a moment. There's the kick, and it's going to go back, and it's going to be Sheehan. Sheehan will bring it up. He's up to the 30, and he is dragged down on a nice tackle. Open field style there, I believe. And who else but Corey Anderson, number 82, made the stop. The Eagles will have it. They'll start things out. First down 10 on their own 32-yard line. They come up. Duane Broadhead will be the quarterback. He'll be joined in the backfield by running backs Mike Sheehan, the fullback Troy Sullivan. It will be Jody Bohanon starting the second half as the wide receiver. Terry Sylvany, the tight end. We'll get to the line here in a moment. Broadhead's going to hand off to the second man through, and then it's Sheehan, and Sheehan breaks through the line, gets up to about the 38-yard line. And it was, who else? Corey Anderson, number 82, who made the tackle. I bet he has, I haven't kept track, but I bet he's got about 14 tackles in this game. He has just been all over the place. Sheehan, who had 43 yards on 3 carries the first half, gets 6 to start things out here in the second half. Second down and 4. Holmes goes out to the left side this time. And they're going to give it to Sullivan. Sullivan goes around the end, makes a good stiff arm, and now loses the ball as he crosses midfield, but it went out of bounds. And we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be back at his own 47-yard line. That will be a first down for Boulder City. In fact, they're going to mark it at the 48. Pick up a 10 there for Troy Sullivan. So Boulder City off and running here. They had 7 first downs in the first half to Needles 5. Third down conversions, Boulder City 1 out of 4. Needles 2 out of, or make them Boulder City 2 out of 3. Needles 1 out of 4. The only penalty, Boulder City 1 for 15 yards. Slot to the left side this time is Holmes. Bohanon, the wide receiver. They split the backs, and it is Sullivan again. Sullivan got wrapped up right behind Schoop, and then he is dropped at about the 49-yard line. Looked like McCorkle, number 35. Made the final stop. He got up to midfield, so pick up a 2 for Sullivan. Sullivan, 7 carries, 53 yards in the first half. And Darren Holmes had 5 carries, 21 yards. Wide receiver out to the right side. Wing to the left, and they're going to give it to Sheehan. Sheehan is now cuts back across the grain and gets into Needles territory at the 48. Number 66 there on the stop was John Lavis. So Sheehan into Needles territory at the 48-yard line, so we'll pick up a 2 for the speedy back. Defensive front, Jody Wasserman, Corey Anderson, 42 and 82, the ends. Efren Moran, number 70, Israel Hancock, number 69, are the tackles. Jim Mills, number 55, is the center. This time they're going to give to Sheehan again. Sheehan, not much there. She's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Good play there by Jim Mills, number 55, and McCorkle, number 35. So we're going to call that one no gain. And it's going to bring up a third down conversion. That was the third down conversion. It's going to be fourth down now at the 48 of Needles. Linebacking core, Jeremiah McCorkle, number 35, John Lavis, number 66, and Corey Anderson, number 82. And in the defensive backfield, number 40, Scott Phillips, number 16, Derek Rowan, number 88, Wade Evans. So back to kick now will be Mark Pippen, number 85, and they're going to run a fake. And it's going to be short of the first down. Troy Sullivan ran it off the left side as they tried the fake, and a good play over there. And slow getting up was the tackler, number 51. And I have no idea who that is because he's not on my roster, but he made the saving tackle, and so another turnover by Boulder City. Both of them have been on downs. So now the Needles offense will go to work. They showed signs of some prominence in the first half. Ended up getting a touchdown. Their quarterback, Derek Rowan, number 16. Wishbone formation, double tight end set. And now a fake to the fullback. They're going to go Corey Anderson around the left side, and he gets across midfield to the 47 of Boulder City. Troy Sullivan, number 40, there to make the stop. So he picks up 8 on the play. He's going to bring up second down and a long one. Wishbone set again, and a roll to the right by Rowan, and he pitches it around the right side to Clark. Clark is going to be stopped, and I believe he is short of the first down. Clark stopped over there by Sullivan and also Holmes. And they mark it a yard short, so we'll only give him a yard for Clark, who's had a hard time getting on track. Just 7 carries now for 12 yards. Paul Clark, a 5'7", 151-pound senior, joined by Corey Anderson, number 82, in the backfield, along with the fullback Jody Wasserman, number 42. Third down 1. Big play here for Needles if they want to try and get back into it. And they give it to Wasserman, and he is stopped short of the first down. No gain on that one as he was pushed back by the center of the Boulder City line, and also Greg Anderson came in from the linebacker spot for no gain. The tight end for Needles is Jeremiah McCorkle, number 35, tackle 65, John Lusk, Israel Hancock, 69, the guards John Lavis, 66, Mark Goldman, 85, the center Jim Mills, 55, and looks like they're going to kick it away. Back to Anderson. He's going to kick it to Adam Carver, and it goes over his head, and it's going to be down at about the 10-yard line. So a 36-yard punt that time by Corey Anderson. That's his best effort of the night so far, except for, I take that back, he had that 50-yarder back on the quick kick back in the first half. So the Eagles will have the ball for the second time here in the third quarter, with 6 minutes and 34 seconds to go when they lead it 17-8. Duane Broadhead, the quarterback, number 14. In the running backs, Troy Sullivan, number 40, Mike Sheehan, number 33, the wing back, number 44, Darren Holmes, wide receiver. They switch off. Jody Bohanon, number 25, is in there sometimes. Adam Carver in right now. And now breaking free with the football around the left side all the way up to the 30-yard line, and a nice run there. Mike Sheehan. So that goes all the way up to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 17 on the play, and it's going to be a first down Boulder City. Sheehan came into the half with 43 yards. Now has 68 yards game on its way to 100. Along the front line for Boulder City, the tackle, 71, Clint Ogden, the All-Stater, Clint Davis, number 70, the guards, Tim Macke, 66, and the All-Stater, 79, Chad Schoop. Randy Blandford, the center, number 50. Time a double back set in motion. Right to left goes Anderson. They're going to give it to Darren Holmes. Holmes is on the first down play. Evans, number 88, along with Corey Anderson, number 82. And he picks up about 5. We'll call it 6 on the play. Up to the 33. Almost the 34-yard line. So we'll give him about 7. It's going to be second down. Tight formation this time by Boulder City. They do run the wing on the right-hand side, and that's Anderson. They're going to pitch it that way. Sheehan almost lost the ball, then picked it up out of the air. Goes around the right side, and then he is buried under just short of the 40-yard line, but that will be good for a first down. Number 55, Mills, 66, gets up off the pile as well, it looks like. Evans, number 88. John Lavis, number 66, but that's the first down on a nice run. Up to the 39-yard line. Pick up a 5 that time. Eagles come up with a wide receiver out to the left side. 4:46 to go here in the first half. Split the backs. Greg Anderson on the wing to the right-hand side. Sylvany, the tight end, lines up on the right. They're going to go with an end around to Anderson, going around to the left. Gets up to the 45 to the 46-yard line. He's pulled down from behind, looks like. Getting up off there is number 40, Scott Phillips, the cornerback. Anderson, his first carry of the game, picks up 7, second down and 3. Eagles doing a little bit of everything tonight, throwing the ball and running it. Try to trick play on a fourth down, try to fake punt, which failed. Adam Carver out to the left side as the wide receiver. Anderson still in at wing back on the right. Sheehan and Holmes, the running backs. Duane Broadfield, the quarterback. They're going to go on an end around. Now the ball is loose. Adam Carver coming around on a wide receiver reverse there. And he pounced on it for no gain, and it's going to be third down. So Adam Carver, a little problem handling the ball there, but he hangs on to it. Third down and about 2. The ball resting at the 47-yard line of Boulder City. 3:18 to go here in the third quarter. The Eagles up 17-8. Jason Erne in at the wide receiver spot. He goes out to the right-hand side. Anderson almost makes it a triple backfield, and he's going to go in motion right to left. Now he gets it to the inside, and he's got a first down into Needles territory to the 49-yard line. It was 66 again, Lavis on the stop. Five-yard pickup for Greg Anderson at times. Got 12 yards and a couple carries. Boulder City trying to run it down Needles' throat right now. The Mustangs trying to hang in there. This time we're going to go to the right side, and it's Sheehan gets the pitch, pushes a blocker ahead, then makes a move of his own, and gets almost down to the 45-yard line. Good pursuit there by Corey Anderson, number 82, and also Wade Evans, number 88. And they're going to give him a couple yards that time. Down to the 46. It's going to be second down. Taking a look down the road, they're already looking at the playoff situation, how Boulder City may fit into it. Of course, they cannot lose another game. They lose another game, they're pretty much out of it. Wide receiver out to the left, that's where the wing is. Tight end to the right-hand side. They split the backs, and they give it to 44 Holmes. Holmes around the right-hand side with a little burst of speed down to the 30-yard line, and almost a late hit down there, but no flag thrown. And Coach Kilmartin, he wanted a late hit call on that. And I can't really say that I blame him. All the way down to the 34-yard line went Darren Holmes for a pickup of 12. So Boulder City on the move right now. As they break the huddle, Adam Carver will come out to the right-hand side as the wide receiver. Sylvany lines up as the tight end on the left. That's where the wing now is, Greg Anderson. He may come in motion now to the right-hand side. No, they're going to leave him there. They split the back. Straight back to pass is Broadfield. Goes over to Carver, and he makes a fine catch at the 23-yard line, and out of bounds he goes. McCorkle was there on the coverage. But now Broadfield and Carver have hooked up a few times tonight already. In fact, that's the third catch for Carver. All of them have been real short, a 10-yarder, a 9-yarder, and now another 9-yarder. Second down 1, a minute 42, and the clock stopped here in the third quarter. They're going to go second man through. Sheehan, he's got a couple blockers. He has a first down. And I believe the ball will be marked around at the 18-yard line. Ooh, Tim Macke comes up off the ground limping. Looks like right leg problem there. So taking his spot along the line looks like Brian Shelton, number 77. Down to the 20-yard line on that run. Actually, the 19. Wide receiver split way out to the left side, but they're going to go to Sheehan, and Sheehan pushing tacklers ahead again down to the 15. And that's going to bring up second down and about 5, so we'll give him 5 on that one. Sheehan getting a quite the workload here in the third quarter. 7 carries already here in the third quarter. He had 43 yards coming into the period. Jason Erne, the split out to the left side, split the backs, and also in the slot there is Greg Anderson, number 25. And now they're going to give it to Holmes. Holmes blasts right up the middle to the 10, and then he is knocked back. Wade Evans, number 88. Corey Anderson, number 82, with the stop. It's going to be third down and about 1, it looks like, from the 10-yard line. Holmes has gotten quite a bit of work as well here in the third quarter. Playing the fullback spot as Troy Sullivan gets a rest. Sullivan, noticed during the halftime activities, was limping a little bit. So that's probably why he is on the bench right now. They split the backs. Third down 1. Slot to the left side is Anderson. They're going to give it to Holmes. Holmes with plenty for the first down to the 5. Almost breaks it, and then he's pulled down by the ankles as the end of the period has come. The tackle made there by number 70, Efren Moran. And we have gone through 3. Boulder City's going to have a first down and goal at the 5-yard line. When we start the fourth quarter, it is no scoring there in the third. It's Boulder City 17 and Needles 8. All right, as the fourth quarter begins, Boulder City is going to have it first down and goal at the 5-yard line after a first down run by Darren Holmes, who was a workhorse. He has 4 carries on this drive already. Boulder City on the 5 of Needles. Rob Lee with you here at Bruce Eaton Field. Our final 12-minute period. Boulder City on top 17-8 over a very scrappy Needles team. They just won't give up. If you're enjoying this telecast here on BCTV and you'd like to be a part of it, want to work the camera, we have plenty of opportunities, and you can just call either the City of Boulder City or the studio, and we'll be glad to get you set up. It's a lot of fun, and I'm having a lot of fun, and everybody that runs the camera has a lot of fun. So if you'd like to be a part of it, feel free to give us a call. Here's the first down and goal play, and it is Holmes around the right side. Again, he stopped a little short of the goal line. Get a hold of the BCTV studios. You can call 293-9279, 293-9279, and you can be a part of Boulder City High School sports, as we are planning to do, of course, football and basketball as well when the season gets underway. Second down goal, and they give it to Holmes, and Holmes is stopped short again. This goal line defense has been fantastic. Corey Anderson with the stop. So after the 4-yard gain to get him down to the 1, no gain that time for Holmes. And it's still at the 1. Remember, Needles stopped the Eagles. And that was back earlier in the contest, back in the first half. 3rd down and 1. This time they're going to pitch it Sheehan. Sheehan has a blocker. Picks it up and goes in, and he is short again. McCorkle, number 35. Anderson, number 82. And Moran, number 70. All had a hand in that. And again, this goal line defense by Needles just outstanding. Call it no gain on the play. 4th down and 1. Big play here for the Eagles. They're going to split out a receiver to the left, and that's Adam Carver. Tight end to the right. They split the backs. Anderson the wing on the left. Broadhead calls the signals. Gives it to Holmes. It's Holmes in, and he's in for the touchdown. So that time, the goal line defense did not work as Darren Holmes goes over the tackle on the right side for the score. So Darren Holmes definitely the workhorse on that drive, and he goes the final yard finally for the score. Charlie Stewart to add the extra point, and the kick is away, and it is right down the center. 9 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the ball game, and a big score there for Boulder City to give them a little insurance. It is now the Eagles 24 and the Needles Mustangs 8. Boulder City gets ready to kick off. We're keeping an eye down on the bench. A couple of their players, Mike Sheehan getting a little treatment on his back, number 33. We told you about Troy Sullivan. He was out that entire last series. And we're looking, he is out on the kickoff team, but he was limping a little. And there's the kick by Charlie Stewart. Clark and Anderson converge, and it's going to be Anderson. Anderson straight up the middle, gets up to the 25 and almost to the 30-yard line, and that's where he is right there. That's where Needles will try and start again with a first down. Going to keep an eye out to see if Troy Sullivan is going to stay out on defense, and I believe he is. Brad Askew, number 32, now in at middle linebacker in place of Tim Macke, who was hurt on the offensive series. And now we have some jumping along the line, and I believe it may be on Boulder City as the flags fly. Troy Sullivan is in at his linebacker spot, but Brad Askew in replacing Tim Macke at the middle linebacker position. And it is illegal procedure against Needles. That will back them up 5. Back to the 25-yard line it goes, and it will be 1st and 15 for the Mustangs. If they want to get back into this ball game, they're going to have to hurry. 9.5 minutes to go. Back in that passing formation, which is just brutalized the Eagle defense so far tonight. Rolling to the right, plenty of protection, going long. Good coverage down there by Bohanon, and it is almost still caught. That's Corey Anderson down there again, but good coverage. Give a lot of credit to Jody Bohanon down at the 45-yard line of Boulder City, and the pass is incomplete. First toss of the second half by Derek Rowan, 6'2", 175 pounds, and a senior, the quarterback. Checking the Boulder City defensive line, see if there's any changes. Still looks like Bales and Schoop at the ends. Matlock and Rossner at the tackles, and in the center now is Aaron Leon, number 75. And now there's the ball's loose as Rowan lost it as he was rolling out to his left side, and he hangs on. He grabs it and hangs on back at the 20-yard line. So a big loss there of 5 more yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 20. As all of a sudden, Needles going the wrong way. Somebody got in there off the right side of the defensive line and kind of messed up the handoff, and Rowan also trying to roll to the left-hand side, didn't have anywhere to go. Passing formation with a slot to the right, that's Clark. Evans is the wide receiver. And now they're going to quick kick it again. Anderson lets it really roll again down to the 40, to the 35, and it's going to be down right there at the 35-yard line. So not too bad of a play on 2nd down and 20 against a tenacious defense like Boulder City. That time a 45-yard kick by Corey Anderson. And Boulder City will have it at their own 35, 1st down 10. 8 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the ball game here at Bruce Eaton Field on homecoming night for the Eagles, and they are on top 24-8. Boulder City goes to Pahrump next week. And then stays on the road to play White Pine before closing out the regular season at home in a big one against Moapa Valley. 1st down 10, receiver out to the left-hand side, wing on the right. They split the backs. Behind quarterback Duane Broadhead. Greg Anderson, the wing, now in motion, but they give it to Sullivan. Back into the game, straight up the middle to the midfield, and he drops the ball. And I believe Needles has it. They do. Needles recovers at their own 49-yard line after a run right up the middle by Boulder City's Troy Sullivan. And now a penalty on Needles, an illegal block, blocking below the waist. But for something like that, that has to be a post-possession foul. Well, now they signaled it. Okay, there we go. They're going to go from the point of the foul. So Needles instead will have to start all the way back at their own 41-yard line. $15-yard penalty. That's the first penalty of the game on Needles. It comes for an illegal block after that fumble by Troy Sullivan. Okay, it looks like it was not a post-possession foul. It was a pre-possession foul until Boulder City has the ball back. They're getting the change back. So that a big break for the Eagles there. 1st down 10 at the 41. That was kind of a strange turn of events. And so I'm a little confused myself. They're going to go over and explain it to Coach Pete Blake. If it was an illegal block on Needles, usually that's something that is called when you have the ball. So in other words, a post-possession foul after that fumble. So the officials trying to get everything straightened around. They talked to Coach Pete Blake. Now a penalty flag being thrown, and I believe they're going to mark off 15 more for Coach Blake being on the field. It is unsportsmanlike conduct. So another 15 yards. So Coach Pete Blake onto the field. They call an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So I wouldn't see why they would call it just because he's on the field. He must have said something on the way out, kind of like a technical foul in basketball. So all of a sudden, Boulder City all the way down on the 26-yard line of Needles. Troy Sullivan is back in the ball game on the offensive side. Anderson in motion right to left. Sheehan gets the pitch from Broadhead, and he goes inside the 25-yard line. Looks like Phillips, number 40, off the pile first. Then it goes down to the 23, so pick up a 3. Second down for Sheehan. Sheehan has not been able, they've done a real good job on him. He has not been able to break the runs like he did the last couple of weeks. It's going to be Jason Erne out to the left side. Sheehan's now going to be in a slot to the left. The wing Anderson to the right. Tight end on the right, that's Sylvany. And now Sheehan goes in motion left to right. Broadhead is going to pitch to Sullivan. Sullivan with wide open field to the 10, to the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. Troy Sullivan around the right-hand side, and nobody touched him the entire 23 yards, and Troy racks up another touchdown for Boulder City. So quite the turn of events by Boulder City and Needles. Troy Sullivan had run the ball 17 yards from his own 35, fumbled it. But then there was a penalty before the fumble. That moved it up 15 yards from the point of the foul. And then an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Needles coach Pete Blake. Here's the kick now up by Charlie Stewart, and it is good. And so we have now 6 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the ball game. And the Eagles blow it open. It is now Boulder City 31 and Needles 8. But Boulder City, they opened things up. The first time they touched the ball was a 53-yard touchdown pass on the very first play from Duane Broadhead to Jody Bohanon, and the kick by Charlie Stewart made it 7-0. Then Troy Sullivan, he had a 22-yard run later on for the second touchdown, and that made it 14-0. And right back came Needles, a 2-yard run by Corey Anderson, and then he ran it in for the 2-point conversion. That made it 14-8. And then to round out the first half, the very last play of the half, Charlie Stewart, a 32-yard field goal to make it 17-8 at the break. He's getting ready to kick off, and ever since it's been Boulder City. 1-yard touchdown run by Darren Holmes, and now you just saw a 23-yard run by Troy Sullivan, his second touchdown of the game. And it is now 31-8 in favor of Boulder City. Clark and Anderson back deep again for Needles as Stewart gets ready to kick it off, and he does. And it's going to be Anderson. He'll take it at about the 6, up to the 10. Tries to find the wedge on the left side to the 15, to the 20, to the 25-yard line, and he is hit head on there. And a good hit it was by Jason Erne, number 28, and down he went. DeAndre Matlock, number 21, made the final hit, and it will be first down for Needles at about their 25-yard line, and a long way to go. Not a very long time to get there. 6:32 to go, 31-8, Boulder City. But this passing attack by Needles has been something when they've been able to execute it right. They run the formation again with an I formation. This time they put the fullback, number 42, watch the field in motion, and they pitch. And this is going to be Clark, and the ball is loose, and Boulder City, I believe, has it. They do. Clark really took a lick and then fumbled the ball. And it looks like coming off the bottom, number 32, Brad Askew, the middle linebacker. So Boulder City takes over. That's the first turnover of the night on Needles. And Boulder City in good shape again at their own, or at the Needles 32-yard line. First down, Blandford comes up over center. Carver, the wide receiver, out to the left. Anderson still on the wing to the left-hand side. Leon now in the ball game at fullback. Now the running back is Holmes. Pippen, the tight end, on the right-hand side, and they give it, I believe, to Leon. He goes off the right-hand side, gets down to about the 31-yard line for a pickup of 1. 66 Lavis was there for the tackle. So add Aaron Leon's name to the list of rushers so far tonight. Time running out here on Needles, 5.5 minutes to go, and they trail Boulder City 31-8. Jason Erne in the game as the wide receiver, goes out to the right-hand side. Shelton now at offensive guard, lines up on the left. Holmes and Leon in at the running backs, the wing back Anderson. Forcheski now in at quarterback, and he gives it to Leon, and he gets down to about the 30. So Doug Forcheski, a 6 foot, 170-pound junior, the backup to the sophomore Duane Broadhead, getting a few snaps in. No gain on that one for Aaron Leon. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Leon, I always like to call him the William Refrigerator Perry type. He's 5'8", 175 pounds. He's listed as an offensive guard and a nose guard, but he's doing some running from the fullback spot. 3rd down, 9. They're going to pitch this time to Holmes around the left-hand side. He gets about 3 to 4 yards. Down to the 27-yard line, looks like is where they're going to mark it, and it's going to be 4th down. They need to get to the 22 for the 1st down, so they're about 5 yards short. Holmes, a couple touchdown, or Holmes had a touchdown run here a moment ago. Troy Sullivan has run it in twice for scores tonight. 4th down. Forcheski, the quarterback. They split the backs. Anderson in motion right to left. They're going to give it to Leon right up the middle, and he is going to be short of the 1st down. He only gets to the 25, about 3 yards short, and once again, Needles will take over on downs. 3rd time they've done that tonight. Boulder City has gone for it and did not get the necessary yardage for the 1st down. So back comes Needles. 3.5 minutes to go, clock running, 31-8, Boulder City. Needles will definitely need to strike quick here. Wade Evans, the wide receiver, out to the right-hand side. There's that passing formation, and now it's going to be a fullback pass, and all the way down, Evans. Good coverage back there by Jody Bohanon. You don't do it any better than that. Evan, or I should say, Wasserman, the fullback, he threw the ball a long way. Evans trying to run under it, and Jody Bohanon was right there. Jody Bohanon's played a great game back there at the defensive back spot, as he has been back on the coverage several times and done very, very well. 2nd down, 10. Clock does stop. That's one advantage for Needles. Now they run out of the wishbone with the double tight end set again. They're going to try and run it. And it's going to be Wasserman keeping it. Now he pitches it over to the left-hand side, and I believe that was Corey Anderson. Anderson picks up about 5 yards or makes more than that. Good bang. Got about 15 yards on that one, all the way up to the 40-yard line. So we'll call it a gain of 17, and it will be 1st down, 10. For Corey Anderson. Anderson with 25 yards here in the 2nd half. He had 22 rushing in the 1st half. He's also caught a couple passes tonight. 1st down, 10 from their own 40. Rowan's going to pitch this time out to Anderson. Anderson slips a little bit and gets about the 43-yard line. Clint Ogden, number 71. Brad Askew, number 32 there for the stop. He gets about 3 that time, and time just keeps right on rolling along for Boulder City. 2:17 to go. With the win, the Eagles will go to 4-1 on the season with 3 regular season games to play. Needles is going to drop to 1-4. Out of the wishbone, Rowan this time is going to hand to Clark, and Clark off the left-hand side gets to about the 46. DeAndre Matlock was there, number 21. Third down and a long 3 for Needles. Ball resting just out between the 46 and 47-yard line. in Mustang territory. Now a handoff to Anderson. Anderson's going to have the first down inside Boulder City territory to the 49-yard line. That will be a first down. Picks up 4 yards on the play, and that's all he needed. And Needles is going to take a timeout. 1:27 to go. Wholesale changes now for Boulder City. I'll try to pick them all up for you. Pippen is in there now on defense, number 85. Ray, number 18, is in there. Pippen plays tight end. He hasn't played too much tight end tonight. Terry Sylvany has been playing very well. Jim Jenson in there, number 30. Brett Askew continues to be in there at the middle linebacker spot in replace of Tim Macke, number 32. Carver still in there at the safety spot. Ogden, the All-Stater, number 71. The new homecoming queen, or no, homecoming king. Better not say that in front of him. Chad Schoop, I believe he's out of the game. He is. That's where Pippen's playing right now. Ray is over on the other defensive end, number 18. Blandford now in at nose guard, number 50. Matlock and Ogden continue to be at the tackles. Askew, along with Stephen Provenza, now in at one linebacker. Sullivan in there, Jenson, and Bohanon and Carver. That rounds out the Eagle defensive 11 right now. I formation, slot to the right side. Here's Rowan to pass, and he's going to go long. And he throws, and it is picked off down at the 15-yard line. Coming up with the ball is Adam Carver, the free safety, number 83. And I believe that is his second interception on the season. And 1:20 to go, Boulder City can run the clock out. Second turnover of the game on Needles. And Boulder City is going to run the clock out now as we come now down to 1:10 to go. And the Eagles up 31-8. Blandford comes over at center. Bohanon, the wide receiver. Looks like Leon and Holmes are in the backfield with Forcheski, the quarterback, and they gather around him, and he's just going to go down on one knee. 52 seconds to go. And it looks like Needles called a timeout. Nope. No, there wasn't any timeout. The clock stopped for a moment. Now it's back rolling again. 43 seconds to go. Shelton in there, number 77 for the Eagles. Bohanon's going to come out to the left-hand side. They'll just down it again. And this probably will be the last play of the game. Down goes Forcheski onto one knee. And that should do it. 21 seconds to go. The Eagles will have their fourth win of the year and their third straight after an opening season win at Lake Havasu. And then they lost at Kingman. Came home and beat up on, or they lost here to Lake Havasu, they beat Lake Havasu here, lost at Kingman. And they've won 3 straight against Laughlin at Tonopah. And now they beat Needles here at Bruce Eaton Field on homecoming night. The final, Boulder City 31 and the Needles Mustangs 8. And a very good performance in the second half after a good defensive performance by Needles throughout the game. And the Eagles overcame it, did some good job mixing up their plays tonight. A lot of passing and some running as well. So homecoming is history for 1992 at Boulder City. And the final score again, Boulder City 31 and the Needles Mustangs 8. Boulder City High School Sports is a special presentation of BCTV, a volunteer organization. Reproduction and private rebroadcast is strongly encouraged, and your volunteer work strongly encouraged as well, as you can be a part of Boulder City football. Any questions or comments can be forwarded to the studios of BCTV or the offices of the City of Boulder City. For producer, director, and cameraman Howard Nutter, this is Rob Lee. Again, the final score on homecoming night at Bruce Eaton Field, Boulder City 31 and Needles 8. Good night, everybody. This is BCTV.